Good afternoon. Welcome to Pirates Baseball here at North Central Missouri College. Today, it's a Region 16 doubleheader between North Central Missouri College's Pirates and the East Central College Falcons. Both teams come in looking to build some momentum here early in the season. Of course, they will face each other in the playoffs coming up later on. The Pirates enter today at 6-11, showing flashes offensively and continuing to develop depth on the mound. East Central is 16-11, maybe a little deeper on the mound than the Pirates are. We'll see. But they arrive with a very young team that lost perhaps their best player before the season started. The story for the Falcons centers around their ability to regroup after their leading player from last year, Cannon Hibbs, tore his ACL before the season. He was going to be the number 3 hitter in the lineup and the number 3 starting pitcher before the injury. The Falcons have carried on, however, and East Central has shown the ability to compete offensively. One player to watch, Jeter Mantilla, who is scheduled to be today's Game 1 starter and hits a ton as well. He's at .382 on the season with 8 home runs. It's the start of the 4-game series involving Region 16 rivals. How big, though, is this early season matchup? Here's Falcon coach Luke Miller.
Well, I think it's big to try to get off to a good start. With the unique setup of this region for this year, next year, with only having 3 teams, we're going to see a lot of each other, probably more than we frankly should. But, it's a little unorthodox. We're going to there's going to be no secrets by the time we get to the postseason tournament, So we want to try to get off to a good start. For us, mainly to continue to keep playing good ball, with our youth and everything. We've been exceeding expectations, so I would like to continue that and not backslide this weekend.
Yeah, that youth is a big part of your story this year. How's that going?
It's going well so far. Guys have really exceeded expectations. Even, like I said, with the loss of Cannon Hibbs, our best player, two-way player, if you'd have told me we'd be 16-11 with Cannon in the schedule we played, I would have took that. And to not have him and be where we are right now today, I'm very proud of these guys, but we have to keep working and understand how young we are, and we can't lose focus. And with this being the first region weekend, that's kind of been what I'm hammering all week, not to lose sight of who we're playing, what we're doing, and not make it bigger than what it is.
How about your pitchers for the doubleheader today? Who are you expecting to throw out there?
We'll go with Jeter Mantilla in Game 1 and Zach Taylor in Game 2. Jeter has won Pitcher of the Week in our region. He actually had 3 straight complete game shutouts at one point. Zach is our top returning arm. He won a game in the region tournament last year, threw 65 high-level innings for us, and he's been rock solid again this year.
How about offensively? Who are some of the people we'll see stand out?
Well, I hope all of them, but so far, Jeter Mantilla has been off to a great start offensively. He's hitting, I believe, .380 with 8 home runs. Connor Kepner's done an outstanding job out of the leadoff spot of just finding a way to get on base all year long. Henry Bergstresser has really impressed out of the 2-hole. He's been an all OBP machine and showing the power that we expected him to have, and then it's just been a lot of contributions from everywhere. Jacob Robinson out of the 9 holes hitting .350 with a .480 on base. We rotate a lot of outfield spots and whatnot, but most guys have been producing when their name's been called.
I know it's hard to say at this point of the year, but what are you most proud of from this group right now?
I'm really proud of the way that they grew up and competed when it was announced that we lost Cannon for the year. When you have a player of that caliber who, came back for a 3rd year to prove that he was a D1 baseball player, committed to a Division I school, Lindenwood in the fall. He was our 3-hole hitter. He was one of our top 3 starting pitchers. Not only that, he was the heartbeat of the team. The kids looked up to him. He does everything right, set the right example and tone every day. And I was really worried when we lost him that this young team would just not know where to go. And so far, they actually toughened up and realized, our margin for error is gone. We don't have our leader anymore, and so I've been very, very proud of how they've handled that, because I think with this many freshmen, that could have definitely gone the wrong direction.
Before you open your eyes, at Smithfield, we're busy slow smoking. Before you sizzle, we hand select and hand trim. Before you were born, we gave birth to flavor, which you'll find in every bite of our naturally delicious hickory smoked bacon. Flavor hails from Smithfield.
Now to the home team, North Central Missouri College. The Pirates come in with a 6-11 record. A key name to watch, Kobe Wagers, the freshman who is a likely starter on the mound and has been swinging a hot bat. A .407 average with 4 home runs. In this 4-game series, it's interesting to see how long quality pitching will hold out and to watch these teams get familiar with each other as we head toward the Region 16 tournament later this spring. Donnie Hillerman is next, talking about what the Falcons will bring to Burley Grimes this weekend, and then we'll be live at the stadium for the start of the doubleheader. What do you know about East Central right now?
I'm not really sure. We've heard some stuff early on about them, so maybe that is still accurate. And then again, a lot of things change through the course of the year. Something they look like they were strong in early, maybe becomes a little bit more of a weakness or something, right, and vice versa. I understand they pitch pretty well, and I know they have some nice pieces in their order that can do some damage, and they're having success. I mean, more success than we're having right now. So that's something.
Postseason, this has become a big rivalry, I think. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about it? East Central, North Central seem to match up a lot in the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, since we've started this region, I mean, Moberly and East Central are both new, relatively new. Like, I can't remember if it's 5 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
And so over the course of time, the three of us, I mean, when you have a 3-team region, it's pretty hard for those 2 teams not to become rivals in some aspect. And the series with the 2 teams, Moberly and East Central, definitely have a lot of meaning, and because at the end of the season, when we go to postseason, which is what it's all about, you want to have that. Ideally, have the 1 seed, because then you get to set while the other 2 teams play it out, and they each have to, presumably throw their aces at each other, and you get to sit back and hold your ace, and then take the winner, and then that kind of thing. It's just a benefit for that one seed, right, for sure. So it has a lot more meaning to now that Heston's out than it did the last few years.
Yeah.
And
well, so do you treat this as a must-win situation, so to speak, or is there a little wiggle room here?
I think must-win may come down to the last couple games of the series later on when you see how the series stacks up. If we go into this, if we come out of this 4-game set and we're 2-2, I mean, nobody's really gaining any ground. It'll be probably determined the next go round more so. If you go, sub 500 though, you're 1-3, 0-4. That's because you're in a really tough spot for sure. So it's going to go on winning percentage, and then it goes to head. Okay. So you want to get all the wins you can in region. So definitely, these are important games. We want to win them. Certainly don't want to be worse than 2-2 coming out of this, especially starting at your home. So those are things you think about. But at the end of the day, you just got to go out and play good baseball and let the chips fall.
Right. Any ideas, or what are you thinking about in terms of starting pitching for the series?
So everybody's ready to go. We threw the 2 wagers, the brothers, last weekend, so they're fully rested. They're likely going to be our guys on Saturday. I kind of wouldn't mind splitting those 2 and doing something a little different, but right now I have to ask, and ask myself and talk to the kids about the guys who threw Tuesday, the 2 starters, which were Leon and Jimenez, where they are with their recovery. I might go back and look at their pitch counts, but I think they both threw enough pitches that we'll probably push them to Sunday. But we'll see. We'll talk about it a little bit more today and tomorrow, assess where they're at, kind of figure it out. But those are the 4 main guys that will be starting games for us for sure.
And I love the idea that the weather is going to be gorgeous even here in March. That's got to be a huge relief.
Well, finally, we thought we kind of got to spring, and then all of a sudden we had a little winter show back up on us, big winter show back up on us, and hopefully we're out of the woods now. We'll see.
Yeah. Donnie, thank you so much. We'll see what happens. Our first pitch is coming up here in just a moment on Pirates Digital Media.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College.
Hello, I'm Dr. Lenny Claver, the president at North Central Missouri College. We're a growing college. Our reason for growth and success and the satisfaction of our students, as well as our faculty and staff, is based on something we call uncommon attention. We pride ourselves on providing uncommon attention to our students. And our faculty have bought into that. And I'll just tell you one thing, it works.
Welcome to Burley Grimes Stadium in Trenton, Missouri for today's doubleheader between East Central Missouri College and North Central Missouri College. The Cougars 16-11, the visiting team, and the home team North Central at 6-11. Welcome everybody into the broadcast here as we get ready to go with this doubleheader today. It'll be 2 7-inning games today. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. 87 degrees right now. Can you believe that? A couple days ago it was 87 degrees. There were still mounds of snow around the streets and in the yards and all that kind of stuff. So we have really come the full circle here in having an 80-degree day today. It should be a very good ball game as well, as these two teams will throw some of their better pitchers out there today. It'll be for the Pirates, Max Wagers, a sophomore who will be going on the hill for North Central, and for East Central, it'll be Jeter Montilla. Montilla is 3-2 with a 4.65 ERA, and he's thrown 31 innings. That's a lot of innings at this part of the year. Meanwhile, Max Wagers is 1-2 with an 8.40 ERA in 15 innings. Live from the stadium, we're ready for the national anthem as the players line up, and we're about ready to go here with our first pitch coming up in just a moment. Again, keep in mind there will be 2 7s today.
St. Luke's knows time is precious. That's why we save more patients from heart attacks and deliver the fastest stroke care in the region, and bring more cancer experts to more communities, so you have more time to enjoy what's most important: life. St. Luke's.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College.
Hello, I'm Dr. Lenny Claver, the president at North Central Missouri College. We're a growing college. Our reason for growth and success and the satisfaction of our students, as well as our faculty and staff, is based on something we call uncommon attention. We pride ourselves on providing uncommon attention to our students. And our faculty have bought into that. And I'll just tell you one thing, it works.
Max Wagers getting the start for the Pirates today, a sophomore from Chillicothe. He is 1-2 on the year and will face East Central's lineup here to start out. It'll be Connor Kepner, the second baseman, then Henry Bergstresser, the right fielder, Jeter Mantilla is doubling as the pitcher and the DH and hitting third. Mason Wall is the third baseman hitting cleanup. In left field, Michael Lind, the freshman left fielder, as we said. John Nisbet is the catcher. Isaiah Burr is a redshirt freshman playing center. At first base, another freshman, Jake Orff, and a freshman, Jacob Robinson, is the shortstop for East Central, coached by Luke Miller. They've won 3 straight. They are 4-5 on the road, and coming off last year's Region 16 championship, they are always a tough go for the Pirates, especially here in this nice weather. It seems like we've matched up with them several times in the last few years at the end of the season when the stakes were really high, and it for some reason always seems to be gorgeous weather. So maybe it's an East Central, North Central thing. Whatever it is, we're happy that we are here today as we watch the throw from Luis Rivas go down to second base. Pirates defensively have J.P. Gonzalez at third. Eduardo Churio is the shortstop with Ishmael Medina at second, and Ethan Shoup plays first base. Leo Dominguez is the left fielder. Javier Suarez is the center fielder, and Jose Bedoya is in right field for the Pirates. Connor Kepner will step up to the plate. The second baseman hits .231 on the year, and we are ready to go from Burley Grimes in Trenton, Missouri. Max Wagers to the plate. Nearly got him, but spinning out of the way is Connor Kepner at .231, as we said. No home runs, 14 RBI, but he really does a good job getting on base for the Cougars. Two 2-0 as we just get going here in this first game. And that one just down lower. Home plate umpire is Mustafa Rose. And on the bases here in the first game is John Sandlin. So a 3-0 count, and on 4 pitches, Wagers walks Kepner, so East Central has something going here. And that is the boogeyman for the Pirates, is those bases on balls. They have really come back to haunt North Central early in the season. Left-handed hitting Henry Bergstresser is up next. Bergstresser to face Wagers here in the top of the first inning, just underway. Man at first base. And finally a strike for Wagers, and I imagine that's a load off his shoulders, as well as Donnie Hillerman and Ryan Suttonfield's as well. Wagers has that kind of funny-looking hitch in his stretch. He saw it there momentarily. Something he has done all of his life. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. As far as I know, it's all of his life. And that pitch misses outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Kepner walked a moment ago on 4 pitches, and he is the runner at first base. Wagers to the plate and misses up high a little bit. Max is the older brother, and Kobe is the younger brothers. We'll see Kobe as the DH in this game, and I would guess we'll see him pitch the second game from what Donnie said earlier. That's up again. There goes the runner to second base, and the throw hops into the backup glove of Ishmael Medina and a stolen base for Connor Kepner. So as Wagers struggles to find his control, the Cougars are aggressive, and they take second base with Connor Kepner stealing his 8th of the year. He's only been caught 1 time. And a 3-1 count coming, and now it's a horse race at 3-2. Wind very negligible, and our current temperature is 87 degrees with a high expected to be near 90 today. And that's another base on balls, and now the Pirates have got some thinking to do as Wagers has walked the first 2. Runners at first and second. The first two hitters of the game walk, and this brings up the dangerous Jeter Mantilla, a sophomore from Venezuela. He leads the team in hitting at .382, has 8 home runs, 34 RBI. Those both are the leaders in the categories for East Central. Wagers trying to work out of an early jam here, tries to bend one in there, and it stays high. And a big cut. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pirates have lost their last 4 and are just playing their 4th game at home, where they are 1-2 so far. Boy, another big Mantilla cut, and he's in a hole now, 1-2, as Wagers is finally able to jump ahead of a hitter. Runners at first and second. Toward the right side and out of play. We'll go again at 1-2. East Central, along with North Central and Moberly, will be the 3 teams in the regional tournament come the end of the spring. Heston no longer is. There's a line drive to Gonzalez. He'll have an easy throw to second base. Medina has to go high to catch it, but it's a line drive double play. Smashed right at Gonzalez, and the runner was caught right in between second and third base and was an easy out for the double play. How about that for getting out of a little bit of a jam? Bergstetter stays at first base and now draws the throw over. Wagers now with that runner at first and 2 outs. Right at the knees of Mason Wall, who's a .318 hitter. He has a homer and leads the team with 9 doubles. Move over and back again safely is Bergstetter. Henry Bergstetter has stolen 2 bases, been caught once. You'd think this would be a good time to run if that's what they wanted to do. Flown towards center field, where Suarez, shading his eyes from the sun, and is able to make that catch to end the inning. So the Pirates get into a jam, then they get out of a jam with the line drive double play. They're about to hit when we come back.
My name's Beth Caldarello, and I work in the library. Sometimes students have to miss a class or they need to take an online test, and we proctor those tests for you. Our online students have access to everything that our on-ground students have. For instance, databases, electronic databases. You're in an academic environment now, so we want to make sure you have the tools, and we make sure that you know how to use those.
Welcome to Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Banking made simple. With online and mobile banking, you can check balances, make transfers, pay bills, anytime, anywhere. Visit onlinefarmersbank.com to get started. As a locally owned FDIC insured bank, we believe in more than banking. We believe in community. Your growth is our mission. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Jeter Mantilla, a sophomore from Venezuela, with a 3-2 record, getting ready to face the Pirates. Javier Suarez will lead it off, then J.P. Gonzalez and Eduardo Churio. After that, for the Pirates in the cleanup spot, Kobe Wagers, the DH. Leo Dominguez is the left fielder, hitting 5th. Ethan Shoup gets the start at first base in the game today, a sophomore. In right field, Jose Bedoya, he's a freshman. Luis Rivas catches, and the number 9 hitter is Ishmael Medina, who we saw in that first inning at the backside of the line drive double play that turned the inning completely around. Pirates had walked 2 straight, and then A line drive off of the very hot hitter Jeter Molina's bat. Now Jeter goes to the mound here to face Suarez. And a big cut for strike one. Jeter Molina's has thrown 31 innings, allowing 23 hits. And Montilla misses outside there. He has walked 11 and struck out 37 in 31 innings. A 4.65 ERA. And Suarez reaching. Javier hitting .475, leading the team with 29 hits. The sophomore will be our guest. I believe it's tomorrow between games. And down he goes on strikes for the first out. In between games today, Alejandro Somoza will be our guest. The freshman catcher not in the lineup for game one. Usually he and Rivas will switch for the second game. J.P. Gonzalez, the third baseman, is hitting .362, and he steps in. Boy, didn't miss by much, but it's ball one. Defensively, John Nisbet is the catcher with Mason Wall at third. Jacob Robinson is the shortstop for the Falcons. At second base, Connor Kepner, and at first base is Jake Orff. In the outfield, Michael Lind in left. In right, Henry Berkstetter. And in center, Isaac Burr. And a swing and a miss there by Gonzalez. Well, a lot of people have come out today, as you might expect, on this Saturday afternoon. Lots of North Central fans here, but a good handful of East Central as well. And down on strikes goes Gonzalez. So 2 strikeouts for Jeter Montilla. And now Churio will come to the plate and try to break it up a little bit. Eduardo Churio is a sophomore, hitting .449 with 3 homers and leading the team with 17 RBI. And Montilla, with 2 outs, goes to work, finds a strike right at the knees. Pirates 6-11. At one point, they were 6-7. They've hit the skids a little bit here. And this is exactly the right time when they want to turn things around with the way Region 16 is structured this year. The number 1 seed out of the 3 teams will, as Donnie has said, get to sit for the first playoff game, therefore rest their best pitcher, while presumably the 2 teams that play the number 1 seed the next day will have to use their best pitchers on the first day. So the goal is to get the bye into the second day. Right down the pipe for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kobe Wagers waits on deck, but there are 2 outs. And right on the black, strike 3, as Montilla, as good as advertised, comes in and strikes out the side to end the first inning. Pirates will take the field next when we go to the top of the second.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Wrens with their drama-free plot. Tranquil and serene. The Upshaws, they DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
All Pirate Baseball this afternoon. Thanks for joining us, Pirate fans, as well as East Central Cougar fans. I don't know this for sure, but I've got to believe that the addition of baseball at East Central has been kind of a big deal, good deal for East Central and for Region 16 Division 2. As we said, we are down to 3 teams now in the region, but the talk is that St. Louis Community College will be adding baseball in the next year or two, and they'll play D2, so we'll be back to a 4-team field for our baseball tournament in the spring. Max Wagers struggled in the first inning. He walked his first 2, but then got a line drive right at J.P. Gonzalez, who turned it into a double play. And then he got Mason Wall to fly out to center to end of the inning, and that's how the first inning went for East Central, as we're scoreless through 1. Flag football will be playing at home next Saturday at 1:30. We'll have the play-by-play of that. They lost at Ottawa University. I'll tell you what, it takes some guts just to play Ottawa. They are, the 3-time defending national champions, and very, very good. They lost at Ottawa, but they'll be home next Saturday against Pratt Community College. Michael Lind is the hitter against Wagers, and again, Wagers struggling to find the strike zone. Lind is a freshman, 290 hitter. That's just low. So Wagers has been all over the place. The best pitch that he probably threw was the one that Montilla lined at the third baseman and started the double play. There you go. That's a good-looking pitch, and right there for a strike. 2-1 on Lind. Nisbet is next, and then Isaac Burr. And foul toward the on-deck circle on the first base side. That's the East Central side. Last year, the Pirates dominated East Central in the regular season, winning 6 of the 8 games. And down on strikes goes Michael Lind. But the postseason was a different matter. It was played here in Trenton. The Pirates, as the top team in the regular season, as you watch John Nisbet step in, were the number 1 seed in the tournament, but it was East Central that beat North Central in the regional final. Because North Central had won the regular season, they were qualified for the district tournament the next round, but even though they beat East Central in the district tournament, they lost twice to Heartland Community College, who went on to the World Series. So the Pirates were just that close last year, game out. Wagers was a big part of that team. And that's off to the right side, but down the line and foul. One ball, 2 strikes on John Nisbet, a 289 hitter. He doesn't have a home run, but he has driven in 10. Now 2-2. And Edmus is outside. Now the count is full. And a big breaking ball. Now it's the turn of Max Wagers to go after the hitters. He has struck out 2 in a row as East Central's pitcher, Montilla, struck out all 3 Pirate hitters in the first inning. Lind strikes out, Nisbet strikes out, and now it's Isaac Burr, the redshirt freshman center fielder, 286 hitter. Burr also has 2 home runs and is a speedster on the bases. He leads the team in stolen bases with 8. And low, it skips into Rivas' glove. A lot of traffic on 10th Street right behind us. Everybody's got their vehicles out, and I think most of them got in the car wash line today. Check swing, but it's a call to strike on Isaac Burr. Burr is from Rolla, Missouri. And fouls that away. That could end up on 10th Street, which is right behind the fence here, the backstop fence in the press box. You can see out beyond the outfield fence. We're surrounded by streets. You'll see vehicles go through there all day. Outside corner, strike three called, and Wagers does indeed come back and duplicate Montilla as he strikes out three in a row here in the second inning. Pirates and Cougars are scoreless.
Ready for more? Introducing Hy-Vee Plus. Get a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, you can call our Red Line hotline day or night for anything you need. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. Plus, a personal online shopper. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. Sign up today.
Remember that our doubleheader you're watching will also be on demand immediately after the game at PiratesDigitalMedia.com. Our broadcasts are simulcast on Facebook and on YouTube as well, but I think they're actually logged there as well as on demand there. But on our website, you'll see the broadcast immediately afterwards if you want to go back, and we obviously encourage you to do that 6 or 7 million times. That'd be great. Right now, it's the Pirates coming to the plate with Kobe Wagers going to lead it off as East Central waits to throw the ball around the infield. Montilla will face Wagers, then Leo Dominguez and Ethan Shoup here in the top of the second inning. Hasn't been a base hit yet for either team. Pirates have struck out 3 times, and East Central has struck out 3 times here. And here's Kobe Wagers coming to the plate. Kobe is obviously the younger brother, as that one's foul, of Max, the starting pitcher, but Kobe's had a big influence as a freshman here, hitting over 400, 4 home runs, leads the offense, and he has a .926 slugging percentage. He is the DH in this game. Seen a lot of guys swing and miss over the last full inning. Montilla has struck out 3, all in the first inning. Wagers has struck out 3, all in the second inning. Fishing for that outside fastball strike, but a little bit wide. Jeter Montilla, a sophomore. And that's lined down the left field line and out of play. Montilla pitched against Southwest Iowa Community College, the first game of their doubleheader a few days ago. He was the starting pitcher and the losing pitcher against Swick. 6 innings on the mound, 5 hits, 6 earned runs. That one towards center field. It's headed for the gap. It'll land in the gap. Wagers around first base as the center fielder Burr goes after it, and it's a double for the Pirates. So a big hit for Kobe Wagers to lead off the second inning. And the Pirates in business with a man in scoring position. That's Wagers headed back to second base as it'll be Leo Dominguez stepping in. Dominguez is another freshman, and boy, he's had a very good start to his career. Although the average doesn't show it, the power numbers are there. A good stop by John Nisbet, the catcher. Dominguez 243 on the year, but 3 home runs, especially early. He was off to a fast start. There's a breaking ball just on the inside corner. Good-looking pitch from Jeter Montilla. I will at some point give an attempt to pronouncing his hometown in Venezuela. I'm not sure that moment is right now, though. That's hit towards center and hit hard. Driving the center fielder Burr back. He's able to make the catch, and Wagers retreats to second base. Well hit by Leo Dominguez, but right at the center fielder. And there's one down for Ethan Shoup. Ethan is a sophomore. He pitches a little bit, plays some outfield, and in the last couple of weeks has been playing some first base. Got his first home run of the year not too long ago. First collegiate home run. At second base, Wagers, and Shoup swinging through that pitch. Jeter Montilla. He is the one that hit that screamer at J.P. Gonzalez as it turned into a line drive double play. It really saved Max Wagers' bacon in that first inning. One and two to Ethan Shoup. Shoup has hit .286 this year with that homer we talked about and 2 RBI. That one to the right side. It'll move the runner. It's dropped by the second baseman and now thrown over the head of the first baseman. And I tell you what's going to happen here. There are going to be 2 errors charged on Connor Kepner. One, when he dropped the ball that he should have had on the ground ball, that allows Shoup to be safe at first. And then the other error, overthrowing the first baseman to allow the run to score. So 2 errors on the play. And a run scores for North Central. No RBI on the play. So that's an unusual play. And with Shoup at second base, it's Jose Bedoya that's the hitter. And missing just high is Montilla. So the Pirates lead it 1-0. The double by Wagers, a fly ball to center. Wagers stayed at second, and then Max coming home on the 2 errors by the second baseman. That's to the left side. It's going to drop in. They're going to wave Shoup around. Here is the throw from Michael Lind, and it's cut off, and everybody is safe. So an RBI for Bedoya, his 7th of the year. Bedoya goes all the way to second base on the throw to the plate. And so the Pirates still in business with 1 out and Luis Rivas to the plate. Rivas, the sophomore catcher, hits 192. You may see something different here. We'll see. Donnie Hillerman, a lot of options. How about Donnie sending Shoup home on a single straight to the left fielder? It was hit right at Michael Lind, but the throw to the infield cut off, and still they weren't able to get Bedoya at second base. Rivas takes it low and away as the Pirates have scored 2 here, 1 on an error and 1 on an RBI by Bedoya. Long reach for John Nisbet on a pitch well outside. 3 balls, no strikes. There's an empty bag at first, but Montilla struggling to get his control here and get a second out. Good looking pitch for a strike. Ishmael Medina is on deck for the Pirates. Three of us waiting. And uncorking that one, it's ball 4, and that is the first walk by Montilla. So first and second now for the Pirates, and the number 9 hitter, Ishmael Medina, comes to the plate, a 149 hitter. He's taking his time getting into the box and now walks down toward Donnie Hillerman as there's a meeting at the mound. That kind of explains that, doesn't it? And so they are talking to Montilla. I don't think there's any doubt they're going to leave him in the game here. He is their ace. Montilla is 3-2. This is his 7th start of the year. Luke Miller is the head coach for East Central. As the Cougars take a look, we'll remind you that yesterday was a big day on campus. I guess that was Thursday now that I think about it. The North Central Ag Club contest hosted over 1,900 ag student participants, advisors, volunteers, and guests from 86 schools on Thursday. We had a grand time. There were a lot of people on campus in every building, 1,900 of them. It's spring break, so the classrooms weren't being used, so why not? Montilla with runners at first and second and nobody on base. Medina, 149 hitter, and he looks at the ball low and away. Mason Wall is the third baseman. Jacob Robinson, Connor Kepner up the middle, and Jake Orff is the first baseman. Robinson and Kepner would love a double play ball here, but that's fouled out of play. In the outfield, Isaac Burr is the center fielder. Mike Lind is in left, and Harry Berkstetter is in right. Toward the shortstop, knocked down, but nothing's going to happen, and the bases are loaded on an infield single. Pirates have had 2 hits in the inning, an error, actually 2 errors, really muddled things up for East Central. But now the bases are loaded for Javier Suarez. And Jeter Montilla, down 2-0 already, has his hands full here with Suarez, a .475 hitter. See what the Falcons can do to get out of this jam. Ball 1 to Suarez. Among all the things that Suarez has done this year, he has 3 triples. Wouldn't a triple be sweet right here? Wide up the middle, it's going to drop in. 1 run will score. A second man being waved to the plate as the ball is dropped by Burr. The throw in as the runners score. It will not be an error, but it will be a 2-run single for Javier, make it a double by Javier Suarez. Suarez is going to get credit for, as I think about it, probably a single and an error there. The error will be charged on the center fielder, Burr, who dropped the ball as he was charging it. And that allows Suarez to go to second base on what otherwise would have been a single. Now, second and third for J.P. Gonzalez, and he launches one toward left field. It'll be a home run, a ticket for 3, please, to the Trenton Cinema behind the outfield fence. And the Pirates have come up with gold here in the second inning. Let's take a look at it real quick as Churio digs in. And Churio takes the pitch outside. Churio is the 9th man to hit in the inning. Still just 1 out. Eduardo struck out looking in the first inning against Montilla, who struck out the side, but here in the second inning, quite a difference.